Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I want to welcome you. My name is Eileen. I am the owner of Build Up, which is an HR career consulting firm. So we help you find a job by updating your resume, reviewing and updating your LinkedIn page, as well as prepping you for your next big interview. So check out my website in the link below. But today, I want to talk about the employee who could not put her phone down. So I want to show you the video and then I want to talk about why it's so important to put your phone down at work. But before we get started, please like this video and why not subscribe to my channel? So let's get started.
Every time I talk about my experience at Meta and how I hated it and how they fired me after 6 months, the number one question I get is, why did I get fired? I feel like I have to talk about this at least once a quarter, so here we go. I started Meta at, was it September, October of 2021. It was cool. I was like, oh my God, I love social media. I didn't have a following then. I didn't even have a TikTok. After I started my job at Meta, I posted a TikTok about Meta and my benefits. I would always see these day in the life videos and they'd be so cool of like people going into the Google office and the Facebook office. And I worked remotely, so I didn't have like free food and all that other stuff, but I had a really amazing benefits package. So I made a TikTok. It just happened to go viral. It was like maybe my third TikTok I've ever made. And I usually never talked about work before this, and I never talked about recruiting because to me work was work. And I thought that was obvious. So anyways, I talk about benefits at Meta and it goes viral. And then I get a bunch of questions. People think it's like an ad for Meta to work there. I was just sharing my benefits because they give you $4,000 in baby cash. If you have a baby, they will give you $4,000. I just thought that was crazy. And they gave you at the time $3,000 for childcare reimbursement, which for childcare is nothing, but it's also better than nothing. You know what I mean? Anyways, so it went viral. A lot of people who worked at Meta saw it. It wasn't a big deal. They were like, oh my God, I loved your video. Until it was a big deal. And then they stopped loving my video. I got written up for something that was on my story. I wasn't necessarily talking crap about the company, but I was just sharing how challenging it was working there because as a recruiter, you reach out to people and they would just like cuss you out. I posted about that on my story. I got written up for that. I was like, people are watching my story. Mind you, I did not have followers at this point. I think I had like maybe 2,000 followers on Instagram. So I was shook. I was scared. But I was posting content on TikTok that had to do with like recruiting and careers, but not Meta. Specifically not Meta, because at this point I had gotten talked to about my social media at Meta 3 times, three different occasions. So I was like, I'm not going to talk about this company at all. They even asked me to talk about the company on LinkedIn and to share about our hiring. They even wanted me to host a workshop on how to use LinkedIn to build your personal brand at Meta, simultaneously complaining about my social media. It was insane. So I was like, no, I'm not doing that anymore. I'm just not going to talk about the company. So one day I get a call from legal. This is my 3rd time. So I already knew what was going on. At this point, I was so miserable because I felt like I couldn't even talk. I felt like I couldn't post on my stories. I couldn't post on TikTok. I felt like I was being watched all the time. Because every time I would post something, my boss would be like, hey girl, come on. I get on the call with legal. They go through 20 of my TikToks, 20 of them, to ask me if they were appropriate. It was the most embarrassing thing I've ever experienced. So anyways, I knew I was gonna get fired, so I quit, and then they fired me the next day.
So I'm going to cut the video off there. And it is clear that someone should have told her, hey, put your phone down while you're at work and not to make any type of social media videos about a company that you work for unless that's your job. So let's get into it. Why it's so important to put your phone down while you're at work. So, like I said, it is so important for you to put that phone down at work. And I know it's so hard because for me, I've been working remotely for the last 4 or 5 years. And so sometimes I do have to go in the office for my client. And when I go in the office, it is so difficult to put that phone up. So that's why I wanted to do this video. And I saw her and she talked about why she got fired from a $190,000 job because she could not keep her phone out of her hand and she could not post. So this is also very personal to me, and so I want to go over why you need to put your phone away at work. So the reason number one It does not make you look good at the workplace if you always have your phone in your hand. They could be thinking that you are not doing your job, but all you're doing is looking at your phone. And you do not want that reputation. And the second one is it does take away from your productivity. So think about it. You could spend 10 minutes on your phone at work. And if you work at a place where people can walk by and see you, that is not a good look. And another reason, if you are constantly looking at your phone, it also limits your ability to get up and walk around in the workplace. So when you're on your phone, did you know that it causes you to be in a sedentary state? And this can be really bad on your mental health and physical health. So that's another reason why you want to put that phone away while you're at work. And another reason, when you're at work and you may not have a lot to do, you are more likely to create a TikTok video or a YouTube video or something that you know that you shouldn't be doing during your work hours. Even if it's something about the company, even if it's about, like she talks about the great benefits, that's wonderful, but that's not your job. If you are at work and you're supposed to be doing other things and you're not supposed to be creating for TikTok, that is a bad look for you. And like she did it and got lots and lots of views and it went viral, the employer did not like it. So she got fired. It also happened to an employee that worked at Home Depot. Everyone knows about the woman who went viral because she was so attractive and she worked at Home Depot. And so she put up the picture of her in her uniform, and her employer really was irritated by it because people were looking for her because they wanted to do an interview with her and they would come up to the Home Depot. And so she ended up having to leave that job and go to another. That's just another reason for you to put your phone down while you're at work. And also, your company may even have a policy about you using your phone at work or posting on the internet and social media. Definitely check that out. And the final one is that always checking your phone can also cause you to have poor mental health. Did you know that studies show that when you are posting and you're constantly looking to see what other people are saying about you, it truly, truly affects your mental health. So those are the reasons why you need to put your phone down while you're at work. So again, I would love to hear what you think. Please leave your comments about the video. And until next time, I will see you later. Bye. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel.